Okay. So, yeah, my phone stopped. They stopped this phone. They have, there's something called electrical inhibitors. There's a way to hack into these phones. They're kind of like computerish. I don't know how they're doing it. But I just deleted a 4-hour video on this phone. Did my phone give me credit for it? No. In about a week or two, it'll be like, oh, you have all this extra space. It's did that before. Because I do make these videos in order to report things, and I don't know if they like it or don't like it. I don't know if they're just trying uh, to, I don't know. I don't know if they're just trying to, slow me down, because slowing me down is a part of their strategy and their theme. Okay. That I will say, I don't know if I like the framing. I know I should. Let me just fix it. I don't know if I like. Okay, let me just leave it like that. So my groceries arrived. I have the Special K Zero. I just want to try something. I want to support countries. I want to support companies because they went zero sugar and high protein. So it's like, when they send it. I was thinking about switching out for the granola that Dad used to buy, the granola 100%. But I couldn't. I'm so glad with Instacart because they give you the 10. But I'm not. However, I'm not here to rave. Which I think I'm a good raver. I should make videos about products that I love because I'm just so good at that. Okay, and I love products. I'm a lover of products, and that's what makes me very good, and why my businesses soon are to make $8.5 billion in each one of my businesses, because I'm incredible. My products are incredible. I work hard to serve other beings, and I'm use God to show me the way, because that's what I want to do. I look forward to putting on the stock market so that many other people can make money on it. And I'm good at hiring people. I'm really good at hiring people. So you're hired. I can't wait. I just can't wait. Um, so so the weight thing. Oh, I'm glad to talk about this. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. So let's just recap. Okay, in case if you didn't get the other part of what I was saying before the thing went off. Okay. So we said a chemical is put in my body. The chemical is a mixture of fat, sugar. It's so thick that it doesn't float anymore, and it does, my body doesn't braid it because it was never digested by me. So you know how when you poop, it's a braided poop and it floats. Not this stuff that's put in me. I never digest it. They put it directly into my stomach. That's what they do each night. They're not just hazing, harassing, and molesting me and shaving my body and all that. The next thing that they do is they've actually gone in and they've done this, turned off my stomach's ability, just like how you could take an aspirin, it turns off your, the pain receptor somewhere in your body, okay? They do this. They turned off my stomach's ability to know that it's full, so that when I wake up, I don't say, oh, my stomach is hurting, it's so full, because they fill my stomach so full every night that it's actually hurting. So now when I eat, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. My stomach doesn't say, oh, I'm full. So what's been happening lately, normally I can eat like a little handful of popcorn and I'm good. I'm small. Okay, and a little handful of popcorn, some peanuts, a little chicken, a little piece of chicken, and some vegetables, and I'm just good. I don't need much, okay? Vegetable, fruit, and an orange, and I'm good to go, okay? No, not so. A little bit of oatmeal, a little handful of oatmeal, okay? Not so anymore. Now I'm eating, and see, I didn't realize this, because Marshall Silver says, stop and ask, am I hungry? I stop and ask, am I hungry? My body goes, I don't feel anything. I didn't feel anything. So I'm eating and eating because I'm waiting for that. I'm fulfilling. Never ever comes. It doesn't come anymore. Now, this is the catch. This is the one you're going to like. I'm not saying you like this, but this is what I'm talking right now. Okay, not that I'm making light of this. I found out that they're doing something else too on top of all that manipulation. They're sending a receptor to my brain. This is what they do while they're the sleep gas, to tell my brain that I am starving. So it sends a signal to my body to be hungry. So I go, oh, I'm hungry. I have to eat. I have to eat. I have to eat. All of a sudden I say, do you have a snack? Do you have a snack? Do you have something to eat? And I glump it down, whatever it is. But I'm not realizing I don't feel anything. I'm still hungry. Because then they send a signal to my receptors. This is them doing this. Not just I'm hungry, but I'm starving. Then they do something else. Because I'm a faster. I like to fast. I used to fast in the army, active army. Because everyone had gained weight. Because when you go to Iraq, they really give you great, great food. And the commander said, all you guys have gained weight. Every single one here has gained weight. You're going to need to lose weight, okay? So when I got back, I still had some weight. A lot of people still had some weight. I still had some weight, so I put on Marshall Silver's You're Permanently Slim. I fasted on the weekends. So if it was Saturday and Sunday, I fasted Saturday. If it was a 3-day weekend, I fasted for 2 days. If it was a 4-day weekend, I fasted for 3 days, okay? Now, I did it, and then, the next day you just drink a little bit of water, you drink a little bit of juice, a little bit of apple juice, and a little bit of water. Okay, that's what I had, a little bit of lemonade too, okay? Drink that, and then at lunchtime, I think I made a little something, and then dinner, basically, I had the chicken and the vegetable, and I'm ready to run the 2 miles the next day, okay? Healthy way. I just did that exercise. This is something I was just fasting, okay? And the weekends. Something I could do. Something I thought was fun. Working out, fasting, sleeping, watching movies. That's all I did. I also made an album. I made an album on my off time. No, I like to be busy. Wait, didn't I write a book too? Oh, I wrote a book too. So I was busy. I kept myself busy, okay? Now, yeah, so they're sending this receptor to my brain saying I'm starving. So when the body feels it's starving, you start reaching for food immediately. This is something else they do. When I wake up and I say I'm going to fast or I try to fast, they release a gas that makes my body feel like, oh, I need to eat. I need energy. I just can't. I just don't even want to get up. This is them doing something. They're releasing some gas, okay? This is all how they're controlling me. And I didn't know this. So it's making me eat. But on top of that, now there's something else going on. Because even with that, I'm working out continuously. So I'm slashing all the calories that I'm eating, okay? And I work hard to eat sugar-free, just chicken, no beef or fish. And I was eating pizza at that time. But I'm not eating, bread and pastries. I'm not really eating that stuff. Besides that, in other words, I would go to the store when I was buying pizza, and I would get pizza, chicken, fish, juice, or energy drink. And a Quest bar, okay? It wasn't like I don't buy bacon. I don't buy butter. By the grace of God, knock on wood, okay? I don't buy sugar, by the grace of God, all this stuff, okay? That sort of thing. Pastries, donuts, Twinkies, cakes. I buy sugar-free. At the time, I was eating sugar-free cake. Now, and that's the thing. Because they're putting stuff in the chicken, and then when you buy the already cooked chicken, they make it mushy. It's not the people doing this. There used to be rotisserie chicken at every Walmart. When they found out I like chicken, no Walmart had rotisserie chicken anymore. All sold out. They did this. They used to have this thing called Blue Bunny. I don't know if they went, if they're still around, but they used to have a variety of ice cream at Walmart. When they found out I like ice cream, they started hazing, harassing me. They told Walmart don't carry any sugar-free ice cream except for one kind or two kind in vanilla only. This is Walmart. The Walmart here where I am in Lancaster. And when we found out that the Food for Less had like a sugar-free chocolate, they were like, oh my God, we would just go there just for but the lines. I have been at the Food for Less for an hour and a half trying to get out of that store because the lines, long. I have to stand at least a 30-minute line. This is not Food for Less doing this. When I get in there to go run in and buy, okay, I'll tell you something. They have cameras in my home. They have audio, okay? When they know that I don't have the right card, I picked up the wrong card and I jumped in and I took it's only a 15-minute drive. They'll turn all the lights green. Boom, 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 boom. I get in there, no line. I put it on. I swipe my card. Oh, I have the wrong card. I get in my car, drive back home. A little bit of turning the lights red, okay? I go home, I put my card in my pocket, I I get inside of the car. I've had it happen where all the lights are green. Get in, all the lights, wrong card again. Oh no. So now I made an effort. I said, from now on, I'm carrying all my cards. I just don't have time for this. This is what happened the third time when I took the real card. I got out, put the real card in it. Traffic was back to back to back to back to back. It took about 40 minutes to get to the store now. This is a 15-minute drive. Get inside the store. There's 50 people in every single line. They know I have my card now. Yeah. Okay. I just decided forget it. Because see, you're going to stand in that food. You're going to stand in that line. Now, what happens is I stand in the line for 30 minutes. As soon as I get to the front, the person says, I have to close the line. I'm so sorry. The manager called me. We have to shut this line down. I'm so sorry. Maybe they'll say, hey, we're taking you over here. Maybe not. I get into another 30-minute line. This is not food for less doing this, okay? So, it's just the lines. Okay, back to my weight thing, though. So, while I was eating the pizza, though, I had a sweatsuit, and I had my 30-pound vest, 2 10-pound weights on each leg, and I stayed in that and walked around and worked out in weights in 90-degree weather in the backyard, drinking at least maybe 10 bottles of water, which equate to 20 glasses of water, working out. Okay. Now, and you're not going to gain if you just buy a pizza and you eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You one pizza, you're not going to gain weight, and you're working out. You know, it's not going to make you. That's not going to make you fat. And the next day you don't have any food because you ate all the pizza that first day. And the next day you have no food because you ate all the pizza. Then you work it out. And the next day you have no food because you ate all the pizza. And so you're not going to gain any weight that way. That's what was happening when I was buying the pizza. Now, I'm pointing out that in addition to all of that I mentioned with the weight, they're putting weight on my body because there are days when I fast. And as you know, I don't buy bread. The only thing I buy is sugar-free stuff. And there are times when I say, I'm going to fast for a week. I need to watch my weight and see what's going on. I'll put on a sweatsuit and work out for 2 or 3 days with 90 pounds. I'm wearing a 30-pound, got the 2 10-pound. I got on my wrist, I'm wearing, both of them equate to 5 pounds. And then I'm lifting like a 30-pound, 40-pound weight, okay? Working out with this. And after 3 days, I'm losing any weight. Of fasting. 4 days, no weight loss. Now, this is because they're putting weight on my body. So even after I exercise, they're actually putting weight on my body at night. So they're erasing all my efforts away. In addition to that, the poop is never going to float. And I'm eating Metamucil, X-Lax, CLA. I don't poop for a day or two. And when it comes out, it doesn't float. It's so heavy, it's clogging my poop is so heavy that one day, they don't float. It used to be so much so I had to push the poop down the toilet because it's stuck to the toilet. I'm not eating food that sticks to the toilet. I'm eating sugar-free, high fiber, Quest bars. Quest we know is high fiber. Metamucil, apple cider vinegar. My stomach doesn't react to any of that stuff anymore. Milk, it doesn't react. The only time it started reacting is when I said, probably in this same room that I'm in right now. And they hear me. They hear me now. I said, my body should be reacting to milk. My body should have a reaction to the food I'm eating. I don't poop out food that I'm eating. I'm pooping out something else. Now, I could say, okay, someone could test that, but they're going to be hazing, harassed, followed home, and they're not going to tell you the truth. And they're going to cry, and they're going to swear, and they're going to get upset, they're going to get indignant, and they're going to say, I'm telling you the truth. They're not telling you the truth. They're not going to tell you the truth because they're being hazed and harassed. They're going to say, this is my family, or this black girl that I don't even know. They may not say black girl. This girl that I barely know. I'm going to lie. They followed me home. I have a family. I don't know this person. I'm going to put my family first, okay? That has a ring of, I'm not condoning, but some, that was a ring of logic to it, okay? God gave each person, so I'm not saying do this. I'm not saying I would. I don't know what I would do. Not going. There by the grace of God go I. So I can't judge anyone. I'm just saying ain't nobody gonna tell the truth on that. I went to report the molestation, and they hid that evidence and said no findings, okay? Because the person didn't even arrive until like 6 hours after I had been there to take any samples. I had used the bathroom so many times, okay? So they said there's traffic. These people create traffic. They were briefing this person, likely, and told them to be late. Because while I was at Fort Irwin doing the reporting the molestation that had occurred in the hotel lobby of the Best Western, where in Rancho Cucamonga, where we were staying in our military building, which is caught on camera because I was in the lobby, because I knew about the sleep gas and I didn't want to be molested. And I told my unit about it prior to the time I went into that lobby, that I had been molested prior using sleep gas, which I had at the Fiddler's Green and at that other Cap Pendleton. Now, this isn't the Army doing this. This is this federal group coming after me, using the soldiers in the Army to do it. And somehow, right where I was in the lobby, I fell asleep using the sleep gas, and I woke up and I had pain in my vagina area, and maybe in my anus area, but the pain was a lot in my vagina area. And I noticed that my lower extremities just went numb. And then the pain went away. The pain completely went away, just like that. Okay, it just ramped away. I mean, that's gas. If that's some type of manipulation that's happening. Okay. So while I was in the sharp examination forensic room, they released the sleep gas. And I was like, I'm not falling asleep. So I had to jump up and start dancing in place while I was waiting for the person to come. 5 hours went by. So if you're eating, you won't fall asleep. So I actually eat out. I ate a lot because remember I told you that thing keeps going saying, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And also your own signal isn't saying, hey, I just want to let you know that you're full. So, and you're not aware of this. I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware until not yesterday, the day before. I had some fish with oil. I usually don't eat that. I stopped eating fish. I stopped eating anything processed because, and you would think that you'd say, man, you must be skinny. No, my belly hangs over my belt. Oh, and you should see my thighs. They have the gunk on me is not fat and it's not muscle. It's something they put there, and it's so obvious to me. It's so obvious that the back of my thighs has all this extra fat on it, but there's none in the front of my thighs. That's not how fat works. Fat goes equally all over the body. The fat is in my butt somehow. Okay. And you can actually push it and it'll go over and lop over. Now, I've been in the Army for now 18 years now and never been on the weight program. When I lose weight, my skin turns wrinkly like a 90-year-old, not that a 90 person would have wrinkly skin, because especially if they're working out, they're gonna have tight skin. How did my skin get wrinkly? Because what's happening is that there's actually some type of substance inside that they put. They're inoculating my body, and they're put some kind of substance in my body, all throughout my body, where when they push a button and release some type of gas, my body swells up like it's fat, and it can swell up, and I can gain about 40 pounds in less than 5 minutes. Now, I don't know what this is. That's that gloopy stuff in my body. It's gloopy. It's gloopy because, and another thing, I'm lifting thousands and thousands of reps of weights, and my muscles aren't forming. Okay? Now, we know my muscles do form because I have a picture of my six-pack. Well, it's right there. Okay? But right now, my stomach hangs out like a beer belly in a sense. And by the grace of God, I don't drink or smoke. And yet it's like it goes boop, bloop. But this is not me eating to have this. It's just not me eating to have this. My butt is flat. I may have a flat buttocks, glutes, and yet my body has this jiggly. The stuff that's in there is not fat and it's not muscle. It's definitely not fat. Fat doesn't jiggle that much, okay? Now, it's also all over my body because when I shake up something, I can feel it all in my arms, okay? Now, whatever this is that which you can push a button and release a gas, and it causes my body to swell in seconds. Now, once my body, and it's the skin stretching out. This is why my skin is wrinkly. This is what they're doing to me each night, okay? Once my skin stretches out to the stretchy point, then that night they'll put the weight on my body. But it's also fake. It's also fake. I'm gonna stop this and bring a light in here. I'm hoping to see if we can illuminate this a little bit more, and then I'll be back. It's been 20 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay.